So watch everybody. In a bit of a departure from the usual content, I just thought it would be nice to read out a Twitter feed. It's quite late. It's been a long day, and maybe we can just all unwind with John Reed Stark and this amazing thread that I found on Twitter. So let's go for it. Wow, calling the SEC an agency filled with numerous liars and psychopaths. Not the best legal defense, in my humble opinion, but also becoming a fairly typical crypto litigation posture. Not surprising that the SEC has yet to lose a single crypto related case. And John is responding to this library, not tweets, but what was actually read out in court, I guess. The SEC, let me read this out. The SEC read this tweet in court yesterday. We stand by it 100%. We have not met a single honest or fair actor in the SEC. We have met numerous liars and psychopaths. Hide absolutely everything you can from them legally and never cooperate or talk to the SEC. And I think Johnny Deaton, the all-American hero, also responded to this. But let's just stick to this particular thread before we move on. Library. Hey, Mr. Law Professor. Can you explain in a nation with, in quotes, rule of law, why our negative posture towards regulators would affect the determination of the law? It seems like you're openly admitting the system is corrupted and biased, but we're not as smart as you. So yeah, I mean, in the rule of law, why would it matter if unless you were held in contempt by the judge? But even then, under English common law, it's supposed to be an adversarial system of law. Unless you're in contempt, simply, I guess, stating the truth should not be problematic in a court of law. Anyway, John Reed Stark. Sorry, friend, I criticise the SEC often, e.g. SEC case against Covington and Burling and other cyber cases stroke SEC cyber disclosure rules stroke SEC and FBI privacy issues. I get the frustration, but name calling in litigation to fire up the mod. Masquenada, good luck, and some Black IP thing. I'm not going to play it for copyright strikes, obviously, malarkey. Masquenada. Okay, so her library responds with thanks for once again proving that SEC officials can't answer basic questions without prevaricating. I don't know if this guy is an SEC official, John Reed Stark. Don't know. But is he prevaricating is the important point rather than if he's an SEC official. John Reed Stark. Not sure how I prevaricated. I try my best to be truthful, but I get the gist. I am persona non grata in this Twitter feed. I shall stick to my one love and withdraw. Houdini one love. Okay. Then Michael Kefferall comes in and says, you said that given the approach library has towards the SEC, that it's unsurprising that the SEC has yet to lose a crypto case. You were then asked why this posture should affect the fair adjudication of the rule of law. Then you failed to answer. Hope that clears things up. I don't think he has answered, so I'm going to give that a like. I haven't liked anything up until this point. But yeah, Michael, fair play. I don't think I've seen an answer so far, so you definitely get a like. Then Rumpole of the Brief wades in. Dear Rumpole, you're rearing up on your hind legs, Rumpole. Let's see what you got to say. The number of trolls screaming at you for making an incredibly obvious point increases with each crypto collapse we see, says Rumpole Malud. Okay. I've been listening to a lot of Rumpole from Bailey's. Absolutely brilliant. You should get the audio books. John Morrison, is it? I can't remember the name of the author. Absolutely wonderful. So yeah, Rumpole is rearing onto his hind legs with his Ukrainian flag there as well. So John Reed Stark, true that, Rumpole. Have to keep fighting the corrupt railroadman. I don't know what railroadman is, but another link to, was it Shocking Blue? Never marry a railroad man. Never marry a railroad man. It's been a long day. I apologize, people. And then I think this is. So I don't know what these references are. I apologize, for my ignorance. Jack Robinson spoke like a scorned bureaucrat. How's the private sector treating you? Are you getting enough kickbacks and paid speaking gigs? Is your job cushy enough? You dropped your nose, you effing clown. Well done, Jack. I'm definitely going to like that. Let's see what John says. No, sorry, Jack. No speaking gigs, no business from these tweets, but I don't mind, my friend. Good luck to you. I'm tired, but not down and out just yet. Okay, well, fair enough, John. I mean, that's a reasonable response. Chad, what have you got to say for yourself? In a just society, the accused should be able to call the judge a son of a bitch and still go free, if not guilty. Yeah, I think, I don't, contempt of court, if you call the judge a son of a bitch in court, maybe that's problematic. I'm not a lawyer, I don't know. None of this is legal or financial advice, but it is what it is. I agree with the sentiment of that statement. And John Reed, that is a fair point, Chad, and well said. Still a weak strategy, though, but you're absolutely right. Fair play, John. You get a like, you get a little heart for that one. I think we agree. X-Wing Commander. All right, is this another tweet? Fred, I am not sure that it is. It is. It is the same thread. I command you unblock Sir Morgan at once. To John Reed Stark. Bill Morgan, you'll be blocked. He blocked me for pointing out the ripples ODL gave XRP a real world use that is happening every day. So you provided evidence of utility not associated with, just utility. Not just an investment contract. It didn't fit into his narrative that crypto has no real world use and is all a fraud. The fact the SRC sued Library and missed the real frauds like SBF, no problem. Yeah, I mean, that's just incredible, isn't it? This is what we keep coming back to. Thank you for pointing that one out, Bill Morgan. And X-Wing for commanding to unblock Bill Morgan. It's amazing how much this regulator that has been designed, has its mandate, its only reason for existing as an institution is to protect ordinary citizens, the general public, from the kind of shenanigans that SBF exposed them to. Not even shenanigans. I'm kind of, stealing someone's life savings is flipping. There should be a death penalty for that, right? You've basically taken people's life savings, and the agency that was responsible for protecting ordinary citizens in the United States of America is now, as far as I can see, allowing these fraudsters to completely get away with the crimes that they've committed, while at the same time, getting in the way of innovation that could potentially help hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people in America, if not billions of people across the planet. So yeah, an interesting one there. I'll leave it at that because it has been a long night, but let me know if you like me reading out these tweets and just giving my opinion on them. I think Jack Robinson wins this today's tweet analysis. Thank you very much, everyone. If you like what you're seeing, like, subscribe, retweet, follow, do whatever shenanigans you need to, but just don't break the law. Thank you very much.